War. War never changes. Since the dawn of man, there's always been one thing that's remained the same. The thirst for power, the hunger for survival. We fought over land, we fought over resources, we fought over ideas. And in the end, we fought over nothing at all. The world, our world, didn't end with a bang, no. It ended with the sickening silence of mankind turning on itself as we pressed the button that would shape the future forever, the Great War. The bombs fell, the cities burned, and everything we built crumbled to ash. But the thing is, the war didn't really end. The bombs may have dropped, but the struggle for survival didn't stop. We still fight. Some fight for food, some for power, some just to hold on to what little bit of humanity they have left. In the ashes of the old world, new factions rise, new tyrants take their place, and new heroes are born. Or die, depending on the luck of the draw. And that, my friends, is where you come in. In this broken world, the choices you make will carve your path. Will you uphold what remains of the old world, or will you forge a new one from the dust? There's no script for this story, just a world waiting for someone to take it back, or burn it all down. So tell me, who will you be in this wasteland? A scavenger, a soldier, a wanderer, a hero or a villain? And when the dust settles, who will be left standing? Once more into the wasteland, dear friends. Once more. War. War never changes. Welcome back, guys. This is Without a Bang or a Whimper, Fallout RPG. And as we discussed earlier, it is set in the same region and the same timeline as Once Upon a Time in the Wasteland, the previous one we did. This is 1 year later, and it will be based in the settlement of Unicorn, which was founded at the end of the last episode. Now, viewers, if you're watching, you're going to have to tune into that and check that out if you've not seen it before, because this is all kind of a continuing story. We're carving out our own little piece of canon in the Fallout universe. So, let me just pull up my PDF and do our introduction. Oh, so, first thing we're going to do in this scenario, before we even introduce our characters, is we're going to talk about the settlement. Now, these are the same questions, or a very similar set of questions, that we did at the end of the last session. But your character's answers may be different from the previous character's answers, so I'm going to ask you all. Well, first question is, what is the name of the settlement? That's already decided. We decided it was called Unicorn. What are the founding principles of your settlement? Now, previously we discussed that the founding principles were that everybody was accepted. Do you think that's changed over a year, or do you think that's still the principle of this settlement?
Yes.
You think it's changed over a year? What do you think has changed?
Yes.
No, it's not changed. It's just yes.
What do you reckon's changed then, Chris?
They don't like Brotherhood.
They don't like the Brotherhood, okay. So
No.
what type of groups and factions do live in the settlement then? Who is in the settlement?
Vault dwellers, super mutants, the other ones, the ones that are addicted to fucking stealth boys.
Oh, the
Nightkin.
Nightkin, yeah.
Okay. The
Ghouls?
just normal settlers, ghouls. Like, it's kind of like a harmonious place, but they don't like the Brotherhood because the Brotherhood don't like super mutants and want to steal all of the technology.
And I would assume that they hate the Institute after the events of our last adventure as well.
I don't know whether or not they would be aware of what happened.
They may or may not be aware of what's happened to the story.
Because it wasn't like because it was only the people who were there that would have known that the Institute was involved.
Yeah.
And I think Marvin would still be there.
Do you think Marvin still lives in the village, Goon?
I think he would be, because they needed a council member of every type of person, and Marvin was the founding robot.
He was the founding robot. Now we know that.
So I think he would still be on the council.
Now we know that rest in peace, old Tommen died. He sacrificed himself, and the settlement is named after him. Do we think that our other previous characters are still there? So do you think Happy is there, Chris?
Happy is not there.
No. Where's Happy? Do you think?
Happy's been run out of town after scamming many people out of their money.
Okay, so he's now no longer welcome in Diamond City or at this new settlement that he helped find. Okay.
It's not that he's not welcome here. It's just that he doesn't have any friends here.
Okay.
Except for Marvin.
Okay.
I don't know. He wasn't too fond of Marvin. I won't lie. There was a few times that he threatened for Marvin to cut his fucking arms off for no reason. So like, I don't think he was a big like. If Marvin was neutral, right? He didn't really care about anyone equally.
Well, he would become very, very, very angry if he saw someone killing a robot that he cared about. Or just saw broke a robot, then something snaps in his head.
I'm skipping 2 of these questions because I want to get started. Max isn't involved in this bit, and I feel a bit bad for Max. We'll be with you in a second, Max. So the last question is...
You're good, dude.
And you can be involved in this question, Max. This one does apply to you. In which capacity do each of you work for the settlement's militia? Do you have any involvement with it at all? And if so, what is your involvement with the settlement's local militia? I'll let Max go first.
Well, for me, my character is that he is like, he doesn't show that he's an outcast. Is that he has the outfit, but it's more tattered and stuff, and he has like cloths wrapped around certain of it, and he wears like a long coat. This is not like it's like a leather coat, but just something he trying to cover his outfit at. And he basically is more of a hunter, kind of like like a scout with his dog Fang, which is a husky.
A husky, cool. So he's a scout for the militia. I like that.
Yeah.
Makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
Well, moving along my screen in that direction, then I'll go to Martin next. Martin, you are playing Fredolas. We're going to introduce the characters actually later. I just want to know, how is Fredolas involved, if at all, with the town's local militia?
He runs kind of like the scouts / depending how you see it, like the Hitler Youth type of thing. Like he's training, like I'm just like saying, like he's basically training the kids to be fighters. He's not like teaching them about Hitler.
You could have said cadets. You could have said army cadets, Cub Scouts. So many better things to have said than fucking Hitler Youth, Martin. Never mind.
It's been in the news a lot, so it was on my mind. It's not like I'm like, oh, they should bring that back. I was just like, oh yeah, I guess the scouts are a little bit like, that.
So he trains the cadets.
Yeah.
The cadets. Let's call them the cadets. I like that.
He does not salute. He doesn't do any Roman salutes. Don't worry. It's just you make it the kids wet.
No. Right.
No money for you today.
No, not at all. Not a chance. Next on my screen is Chris, who's playing Nappa, the Brotherhood Initiate. How does Nappa get involved with the town's local militia?
Nappa is currently here on a secret mission from the Brotherhood to retrieve information about the settlement of Unicorn. Basically what he does for the militia currently is he goes out and cleans the place and does bits of gardening, and he's basically a groundskeeper Nappa.
Okay. Well, he's spying on the town.
Yeah.
And last on my screen, we have a vault dweller, played by Simon Simmons. How does Simon get involved with the town's militia, if at all?
Well, he wouldn't be directly with the militia. He is a medic. So he interact with some of the militia when they are hurt. Because he's a doctor, so he knows medicine. And since he's from a vault, he does know a little bit more medicine than maybe these townfolk do. And he's here also because he knows what a deck does and has a little inclination that this might be here because of it.
And that will unravel a little bit later. Okay, so your quest today begins with you being ordered by the settlement's leader. Now, in the scenario, it says mayor, but also possibly not mayor. So I want to know if we're going to use this as our mayor, or is one of the previous characters the mayor?
Marvin. Marvin.
Is Marvin the mayor of the new town?
Fucking not a chance.
I thought you might say that.
Not a chance. I would say that he's on the councillor.
I'll allow it, but he's got to dress up as Mayor McGee. Like he has to wear the whole
He
outfit.
did have a top hat.
He does have
No,
a
he's
top
got
hat,
to
yeah.
wear. Well, he's got to wear the whole cheeseburger mouth thing. Then I would vote for him to be the mayor.
Who knows? Maybe he found one. It's been a year, so.
I don't feel that anyone would elect a
Mr. Handy.
Mr. Handy as their mayor. I do feel like you're asking to be attacked, or you know.
I would think rather one of those bipedal robots, the Supercons, would be a sooner than a Mr. Handy.
But even
programming.
Any type of robot, it just gives me not an elected person. Like that's kind of like not Back to the Future, like Terminator vibes.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like a human would want to live anywhere.
I kind of agree with Chris. I don't think that a robot would be mayor. That doesn't leave Happy, because Happy buggered off. And old Tommen died. Now, our other two players didn't make it to the end of the campaign, so let's say that none of the XPCs are mayor then. So in this case...
Bushido is the mayor.
the dog. Yeah. So in this case, we're going to say that this man, whose name is Jesse Pettigrew then, is the mayor. Now, your adventure starts with you, the four of you, being ordered by the mayor, Jesse Pettigrew, to investigate a break-in at a small residential farm belonging to an old ghoul couple, Joseph and Teresa. The rest of the settlement is busy celebrating its first annual Founders' Day celebration, and the mayor wants the matter looked into quietly. So, I'm going to change the map and then read a little bit more to you. So you arrive at a Tarberry farm. I've got an actual map for it, but I thought I'd use a screenshot from Fallout 76 as your image for there, because it's Fallout, why not? Hey, we have the tools, let's use them. So tonight, the town celebrates its first Founders' Day. Did I move you guys? I did, didn't I? Yeah. Tonight, the town celebrates its first Founders' Day. 1 year of survival in the deadly wasteland outside of the ruins of Boston, known as the Commonwealth. Unfortunately, your celebrations ended early when Jesse Pettigrew, the leader of the town, informed you of a break-in at the Tarberry farm on the settlement's outskirts. Jesse didn't want anyone in town to panic during the party and has asked you four to investigate the break-in quietly. Each of you stand now just outside the small farm of Joseph and Teresa, a kind old ghoul couple who never showed up for the celebration. Before you, the front door of the one-storey adobe farmhouse is shattered into a pile of wooden scraps that lie just beyond the dark interior of the home. Lively music and the sounds of revelry drift from the centre of town, just audible over the whistling winds of a coming storm. From within the farmhouse, there is only silence. Now we're going to do introducing our characters. Before we do, I forgot to copy some stuff over.
And Chris rolled something, don't know why, but...
I just wanted to get rid of the fucking pink on my screen that said chat tips. It was really fucking annoying me.
You wasted 3 successes. You wasted a crit.
I know.
Oh, no. Okay.
So I'll put you on this map for now. And then we're going to go to an actual map once we've done this little bit of introducing our characters. So, we're going to go from left to right this time. And I'm going to ask you all a series of questions. So, Scoon, Simon Simmons, by what name do the others in the town know your character? Is it Simon Simmons or is it something else?
Yeah, they will know me like Simon.
Okay. What is one moment from Simon's...
Nobody likes Simon.
What is one moment from Simon's past where he lost something important to him, and what did he lose?
I'm thinking, well, he is the sole survivor of Vol 23, and I think he saw everyone die
You think he was
the disaster that happened in that vault.
So you think he was the last to die, and instead of just dying with the rest of them, he's left the vault?
Well, he got out somehow. He made it out and survived. He would think that he would have died as well, because the reason why everyone died isn't really clear. He doesn't know if it was a disease or just malnutrition or anything, because he wasn't able to stay long enough to investigate that part, because he is the medic, so he would be able to investigate if it was a disease or not.
Okay. And what does your character look like as they see the grisly scene before them? And what's his demeanour?
Yeah, he is still a bit, how you say, he's still expecting the good and everything.
Okay.
But sometimes still a little bit untrusting.
Okay.
For the fact that he's in a world that he doesn't know, that he thought wasn't as bad as it is.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. That's 2 action points to me. Now, next on my screen...
To you?
To me. Next on my screen...
No, here, me.
is Chris and Nappa, the Brotherhood Initiate. So first question, by what name do the other people in the town know your character?
Vegeta.
So, regrettably, I'm not a very intelligent person, so I haven't tried to hide my name or anything like that, so everyone knows me as Nappa. I would be quite friendly, quite charming. I'd have, like, an alright demure around me, very unthreatening.
Very mindful, very demure.
Yeah, although I am a very I'm a fucking hulking person. Like, if you painted me green, you could swear I was a super mutant.
I was big, muscly boy.
Yeah, massive, but kind of like the Green Mile. Is that the movie with the big guy in it?
Yeah.
That's like
John
Coffey. Everyone loves.
John Coffey. I'm tired, boss.
Yeah.
Fucking great movie.
And is he a gardener as well?
I don't remember. I don't think he was a gardener. They were in jail. I don't think that.
I know they were in jail, but like, was gardening his hobby? That's what I was trying to get at.
They never really go into it.
No, he was a healer.
He was a farmer, wasn't he? Because he healed a little girl on a farm, I think, and a bunch of crops.
He was.
There we go.
He was a farmer, I think.
And we're on a farm.
You're on a farm.
Yeah.
I'm literally the person from the Green Mile, but not
the same demeanor.
So what is?
So he's here, and you got a big guy here. That's like the big green one.
What is one moment from Nappa's past when he lost something important to him, and what did he lose?
Nappa lost his comms unit for the Brotherhood. So
you're out of contact.
He hasn't been able to pass back any information for the past 3 days.
Oh, okay. That could make a little plot hook. I could write something up for them finding that.
Why does that sound like it is actually Nappa from Dragon Ball and he lost his scouter?
Because Chris doesn't come up with any original ideas. I'm joking, Chris. I'm joking.
Man plugs everything into AI and just hopes for the best.
Right, what does your character look like as they see this scene before them with the door smashed in and no sound coming from this farmhouse?
Quite startled. I'm hoping that it isn't, like, for example, the Brotherhood coming to retake the town because they think I've been captured or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Or I'm hoping that it, like, if it is something serious, like we are under attack, that I don't need to report it back because I'm like, oh well, I'm fucked.
You're gonna get in trouble for not reporting it back.
Yeah, exactly.
And for losing your comms unit.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Now, next on our screen we have Martin playing another super mutant, this time called Fredolas. So same questions, Martin. By what name do the other people in the town know Fredolas? Do they know him as Fredolas, Fred, big green guy, something else?
They know him as Froggo.
Froggo.
Because he's green.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
They call him Froggo. And are the other people... Here's a point one, a B question I want to add on to that. Does he get on well with the people in the town? Is he loved?
I think everyone wants to hate him, but he's generally really good with the youths.
Yeah.
Like stopping them, getting him in trouble. So generally he's pretty well liked because he's quite he knows how to control the problem kids. Okay. So generally I would say he's pretty
and
well
people
liked.
appreciate that, I would imagine. Okay, so what is one moment from Fredolas' past when he lost something important to him, and what did he lose?
Well, obviously he's very green and looks like a classic mutant. Even though he's reasonably charming speech-wise, he's just not very attractive. And he has a massive road sign attached to him, and he's had this one on a lot. It's the elderly people,
That's
so
his
slow
weapon.
down. Because he lost his family quite a long time ago, were some pillagers had stole a truck with fancy lads inside and mowed down his parents, so he can't eat fancy lads anymore.
Oh, so fancy lad snack cakes give him trauma because it was a fancy lad's truck that ran over his parents. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like that.
So he can't eat fancy lads, or maybe he doesn't. He won't. He can't. Might have a meltdown.
I really like that. I would be giving you action points for that, but I've started you guys off on 6. You're starting off on 6 anyway, but I would have given you action points for that. That's really good, Martin. I like that. Okay, and last question. How does your character appear with this grisly scene in front of him? How does he feel and how does he look?
He's probably whistling a song that the kids have taught him that's probably got lots of cool swear words in, whatever the new version of Sigma Skibbity is. The kids have taught him some cool lyrics that he's whistling to whatever the song is.
Nice, okay. And last but not least, we've got a new player in our group. Max, it's great to have you in this one, mate. I'm glad you've joined us for this.
I am too.
So you're the Brotherhood outcast, Daxton Middleton, who has a dog named Fang from having the dog meat perk. So, Daxton, same questions to you. First question, what do the people in town know you as? Is it Daxton Middleton? Is it Dax? Something else?
No, yeah, they call him Dax for short. That's all he gives him. He doesn't give him the whole name. It's just Dax and
just Dax.
His with his companion Fang, because that's all he ever called it.
Okay. Next question then. What was a moment in Dax's past when he lost something important, and what did he lose?
That is a very good question. That for him, he has partial amnesia. He doesn't know why, but he knows that something happened to him. That the only thing he remembers is that he believes that he's part of the Brotherhood because he sees like a tether, there's like smoke, there's like singe marks and stuff like here. And the only thing he woke up next to was a huge hole of like something happened here, or like maybe bodies here and there. He doesn't remember. Oh. And the only thing that woke him up was Fang. Oh. And what it is that he was kind of beaten and stuff, so that dog helped him out where he was. And he basically found his area and stayed here within like 6 months of it while it was getting built, where he basically kind of hiding and trying to remember what he was.
So you're saying he doesn't know he's a Brotherhood outcast? He still thinks he's a Brotherhood initiate?
Yeah, because
that's a nice little touch.
Because what it is that he hit the name that he has is on the outfit, and he looks at it, and it has, you know, like some kind of emblem or something where like dog tags, and he can flip it, and it says Dax Militant, and he just doesn't know if is this me or is this somebody else's outfit,
Oh, okay.
kind of thing.
Oh, okay, but he'll have
So
Brotherhood
it's
holo
not,
tags
not
as well.
like in Captain Marvel that the dog tag is like broken and you only see a part of your name.
Maybe he's got a
Like,
broken. Maybe he's got a broken holo tag, and you only see where it says Dax and not the rest of it.
Yeah, and what it is that he doesn't know is that he sees Dax, but it says Middleton in there, and it is kind of like, and it's kind of because it doesn't know if it's like the manufacturer of maybe the material has it on it or something.
Okay, yeah.
And that's where he sees
So
it.
he lost
Like,
he lost his memory. I like that. That's really good. Okay, and last question: how does Daxon appear? What does he look like as he sees the grisly scene before him?
For him is that you would some problem like maybe about a year or so ago is that, you know, he had a little bit of a shave, you know, 5 o'clock shadow. His hair's a little shorter. Now within a year later, he has a huge full beard, and his hair's a lot longer, and he has a scar across his eye because, you know, he fought against maybe a Mirelurk or something that he was fighting, you know, somewhere, and he's, you know, he's just sitting there now, and he's just kind of gruff exterior, doesn't talk much, and he helps out wherever he needs to, but he kind of blends in, and he's always outside. This is like he's only in town when he needs to be.
Okay, I've moved you to
And
another map.
would you all say that Simon, as a doctor, knows a little bit more about everyone than the rest because he has doctor-patient confidentiality?
Well, here's the thing. There is, in the scenario, already a doctor in this town. So, what I would say is that he's maybe not a doctor, Scoon, but a doctor's assistant, or has been learning from the doctor as a student of his. But still,
But I'm already a fully fledged doctor.
he's going to know some of the, he will be, if so, let's say he does work in the doctor's surgery then, because that's what you did in the intro, instead of the militia, he works in the surgery. And let's see, he's been learning things like surgery and things like that. So he will know a little bit about some of the other people in the town because of their medical records and because of patient confidentiality, yeah.
Knows nothing about me. Nappa doesn't get sick.
Okay, so you find yourselves...
Yes, that voice. Sorry, I had to say it. I had to tell you.
You find yourselves outside the farm of Joseph and Teresa, the old ghoul couple, who have apparently not been seen for a few days and who weren't seen at the town celebrations. There's no lights on inside the house, so as you approach, does anybody turn on a light? Does anybody have a light they can turn on? I know the Vault Dweller does.
I have a Pit Boy.
Yep. Are you going to
So
light
I
it
would
up?
turn on the light on my Pit Boy.
Okay.
I'm not approaching. I'm standing in awe, just watching.
So, do we know the domicile is the one on the bottom or the one on the left?
This is the bar. This is the house. That's the farmhouse.
Okay.
This is a barn.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, viewers, I have to give a big shout out to Blades and Wards on Patreon. Patreon.com Blades and Wards, who have kindly provided me with some maps for this scenario. There was none provided in the book, but someone has fan-made some, so Blades and Wards on Patreon. Go check them out, people. They have free maps on their Patreon. I'll put their link in the description below. So yeah, Blades and Wards, thank you very much for the maps. You are much appreciated, my new friend from Reddit. Thank you.
I was just going to say it was a nice map, so that's nice. It was very nice with all the grapes and stuff in it.
Yeah, so the screenshot was just a screenshot from Fallout 76, but I've got, well, these aren't grapes, they're tarberries, but yeah, this is a tarberry farm. The maps, and there is another couple of maps for later on in the scenario that have all been done by Blades and Wands. So Blades and Wands on Patreon, everybody check them out. Thank you very much for the free use of your maps. So, you find yourselves... Yeah, this door's smashed in with remnants of it smashed in all inside the house. Now, I have got Fog of War on, haven't I? You can't see inside the house yet, can you?
Can't see inside, no.
Sweet. Our viewers can. So,
what time of day is it?
It's night time because you were in it was the evening of the celebrations.
Okay.
You can still hear music and revelry from, like half a mile down the road because you're on the outskirts of the settlement.
Okay. Yeah, I have my rifle out like this, and I look at Fang, and it's like, give him a motion. It's like, you smell anything?
I'm
got
holding
a
my
rifle?
pen and having my light.
Yeah, so you're going to switch the Pip-Boy light on, yeah?
Yeah.
So you light the area with a sickly fluorescent green glow. That also familiar Pip-Boy green.
I sometimes change the color of my Pip-Boy, but okay.
Yeah, you can, I suppose. What color light are you using on your Pip-Boy then?
Oh, I'm this character's just kept it green.
Vanilla green. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And will my Pip-Boy give off like a Geiger count?
Yeah, there is a Geiger counter on your Pip-Boy. Yes.
Yeah, but does it give off a signal?
No. It's given that little minimal signal that it always has. It never says 0 in the Wasteland. It never ever says 0 because the food, the water,
but
everything is irradiated.
Because if it's like a Ghoul or something, it might give it off because they are.
Yeah, so ghouls are irradiated, but this whole farm is irradiated. Well, saying that, right, so this is on the outskirts of a town created by a Gek. Now, a Gek cleans the place, so this is maybe less irradiated than other parts of the Wasteland. You've maybe got quite a nice low reading on your Pip-Boy's Geiger counting, but I would say it's never 0. It's never 0, but at the moment, Scoon, it's not going any higher than it would normally. It's still at a very low level. It's maybe went up 1 or 2 notches because you are approaching the home of a couple of ghouls. So maybe it's gone up a tiny little bit, but nothing major.
Okay.
Just like background ready-ish.
Yeah, it's just background radiation. Levels seem absolutely normal. There's nothing unusual. It's the amount of radiation you would expect it to find here at this farm.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Nothing out of the ordinary, no.
Well, since this door is broken, I would move a bit closer.
Okay. You can move a bit closer. I'll reveal the first room. Those are bloodstains that you see. The map is correct. The small adobe farmhouse is a wreck. In the living room, furniture has been overturned, and the floor is scattered with broken picture frames. Simple jewellery and a blood-soaked farm tools. A slow, quiet dripping sound draws light to an archway leading to a quaint kitchen. On the wall, beside the archway... before I read that bit, are you going that far in?
Aren't we missing Fred?
Oh yeah, for some reason... No, he's up here. He's round the back, look.
Oh yeah, I've
he's
gone
coming-
around the back. I want to creep round and look through the windows and stuff as opposed to just going in.
Okay,
Yeah, but
so,
I see my character. I see the two outcasts,
He's here.
the two brotherhoods, and the dog. But I don't see Fred.
he's here, on the edge of the map.
Ah,
He's
okay.
he's on the other side.
So, hang on, because I'm juggling a million screens here. So, you'll see through the window then, and you'll see through this door as well, Simon. So let me read the next little bit. On the wall, beside the archway, there is an old ghoul woman wearing a bloody nightgown, her rotted skin falling away from her face in folds that flap around in the wind. A garden hoe is thrust through her sternum, impaling her to the wall. You recognise the impaled ghoul as Teresa. Teresa's eyes are frozen, wide with fear, and her chin slumped down towards her chest. She is not breathing.
I'll go check the body.
Okay.
I want to find out if I can discover a cause of death.
Okay, so make a perception roll with medicine, science, or survival, whichever is best, with a difficulty of 0.
So medicine.
Okay.
Just normal medicine perception.
You can do, it's perception, and then either medicine, science, or survival, whichever's best.
Wow.
Wow, 0 successes. But it's a difficulty of 0, so all that means is you don't gain any action points and you don't get any complications. You still get...
But Yeah,
Okay.
I believe it's because you gave me perception. If it was intelligence, then I would have a 9.
Well, you now have the chance to
bonus,
spend some.
so
You now have the chance to spend some action points to learn a little bit more about what's happened here. But first, I'll do there's a bit of description from the kitchen. The back door to the kitchen's wide open, rattling against its frame. So that door that you're at, Martin, that is open.
Oh, cool. I'll go in. I want to see in case everyone ran in and then someone ran out the back door.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I'll go in.
The kitchen itself's mostly clean and tidy, but for an overturned drawer that's scattered utensils and knives to the ground. If you'd like to spend AP, I can give you more information.
Sure.
Okay. There are 2 pieces of information. It will cost you 1 action point for each piece of information. So the first piece of
what was
information...
the cause of death?
The cause of death is very obvious. There's no action points needed for that. The cause of death is the garden hoe that is jammed through her sternum and impaling her to the wall. She's been speared with a garden tool. That's the cause of death.
Can I explain that to Simon? Because he looks confused. He'd be like, when things go through the inside of you, they can kill you. I'm going to explain it to him with pictures.
Okay,
You
well,
know what I am, right?
you guys are in the living room and I'm reading the kitchen bit, actually. So the living room is the most wrecked room of the house, and obviously the site of a major struggle. You can ask me questions. You don't need to spend any more action points for this, actually. Ask me questions and I can answer them. But
is there a trail, as in leading from, say, the front door or the back door, in or out?
a trail of bloody footsteps lead from the living room through the kitchen. So that's the living room. That's the kitchen. And out the back door. So this was the back door, actually. You came in the back door. Martin, you were at the front door. Doesn't matter, though.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So a trail of bloody footsteps leads through the living room, through the kitchen, and out the back door. The shape of the imprints suggests they were left by someone not wearing shoes. Now, I'll give you another piece of information for the kitchen and the living room per action point. There are 2 pieces of information available. The first one I'm going to give you for free. Teresa's face and arms are badly bruised, showing signs of a fierce struggle before she was impaled and killed. The rest of the information you can buy with action points.
The door is broken in, right? Where
Yeah.
Fred came in.
Yeah, so where Fred came in was actually the front door, and that's where the door's all smashed up. This door's just hanging open. This is the back door.
I gotta say, with that much strength with a garden hole to pin her against a wall like that, it had to been something strong or somebody strong.
Well, is anybody willing to spend some action points to get some information?
Well, they are scared, so we could just as well do it.
Okay. And remember, action points come in thick and fast. So,
Yeah.
in the living room, we find that all the shattered picture frames have all had the photos removed, and the photos are nowhere to be seen.
And there's only one body, right? We know this should be 2 people here.
There's only one body,
the female.
and there should be 2 people here, yeah. Now, there is one more piece of information from the kitchen that will give you if you would like to spend an action point to buy that bit of information. You have it
Yeah,
now,
sure.
right? Okay. So you're now down to 3. Beneath the counter with the overturned drawer is a large gun rack. And whatever weapon the rack held is not there. There's no weapon in it. Oh, now, our friendly super mutant has gone into the bedroom. So in the bedroom, it's small and plain. And the sliding closet door still open. On its neatly made bed is a pile of glass shards and crumpled, torn up photos.
Would I know from around town if they were happily married here? Were there any rumours that they were,
Shagging.
not happy, or yeah?
You've not actively heard any rumours about them having marital troubles or anything like that. You've not been asking specifically, so it's not the kind of information that you might not necessarily hear. But no, I mean, in the bar and at your local shops and stuff, you've not heard anyone talking about them being a particularly unhappy couple. No.
Okay, but did they like keep themselves to themselves type of people, or were they like?
They were fairly
really
no, they were
independent?
fairly friendly. They would come into town every day to trade with the local store for their tarberries and other things that they farm. Now we're in the bedroom. Where's bedroom? Give me So there's 2 pieces of information in the bedroom. 1 action point per piece of information, and you have 3 left, so you can buy all the information here if you want.
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, so for 1, the closets contains many empty hangers, and there's only women's clothing and shoes inside. No men's clothing or shoes. And for the 2nd action point, let me just remember to take them off, so you're down to 1, but don't worry, they come in thick and fast. A heart-shaped tin locket is laying on one of the pillows. Inside the locket is a small photo of old man Joseph with a goofy grin. The photo in the other frame has been scratched by a sharp object, and is not recognisable.
Old man Joseph. Who's old man
Do you
Joseph?
know who she was married to?
So Joseph was her husband.
Oh, okay.
This is Teresa,
Joseph.
and her husband is Joseph. They are the farmers. Now,
Hmm.
we've got Nappa wandering out over by the barn. Now, as you do, Nappa, you suddenly hear something.
Oh shit.
So pause there. You hear the unmistakably loud noise of a shotgun blast from the direction of the barn.
Do we all hear that?
That's really loud, you all hear it, yeah.
I will run out.
Yeah.
I'm staying at the door for some cover.
Yeah, like hiding behind one of the bushes,
The
I'm looking
bushes
at
are
Fang how he's reacting.
So the bushes are fairly thick, so within each bush is a fence, so the fence holds up the berries. So there's, although, it's not totally solid, probably wouldn't stop a bullet, it would obscure somebody from seeing you. So concealment, 100% concealment, but only like 25% cover.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
stay
well,
back here and keep an eye out.
Okay.
I'm hiding because I am but a humble farmer, and all I have is it's not a pitchfork. What you call one of those things? It's not a plow, but it's like a mini plow.
A hoe. A hoe.
Yeah, a hoe. Yeah.
Well, no.
Martin straight in there with a hose.
Martin knows all about hoes.
Yeah.
So,
It's like,
so yeah, and it was a hoe that had impaled Teresa. She's stuck to the wall by a hoe, which is not that sharp an instrument, so it's been jammed in with some
Yeah.
force.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like that's
Rather than
ridiculous. I was
the
like, how the
fall.
hell?
Yeah, that's fairly blunt. You'd have to be really pushing that.
Yeah.
It's not like if you fell on top of it, it wouldn't impale you. It's not. You couldn't impale yourself with a hoe by accident. It has to have been forcefully pushed through her. Yeah.
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 It's made to just open the ground.
Opens the ground.
To
Yeah,
air the
yeah.
ground.
Yeah, it's a thin piece of metal. Like if you shoved it, it is going to impale somebody, but not just by falling on top of it. That's not enough force to get it through bones. Even the older, frail,
but
more
to-
frail bones of a ghoul.
To impale a person and get the person stuck on the wall, you need quite some force.
Yeah.
So that would explain that we are looking for someone pretty strong.
Well, so it's not just gone through, it's gone right through. It's gone in and out, so it's torn through her skin twice, and then it's into the wall of the farm.
I mean, I don't like where this line of thoughts going. It's like, just because people are strong doesn't mean that we all go around shoving hoes in people. You know?
That's not what we said. We never said that.
I mean, you were all like giving me the side eye, going like, "Oh, something really strong and big can do this." I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
We could also look at Nappa. He's big.
Nappa's not as big as me. Come on.
No, he's not as big as you.
No, well, never
So-
mind. Just
So,
yeah, focus.
Martin's character has a strength of 12, and only a super mutant can have a strength of 12. Like anyone else can only have up to 10. So he's got muscles on muscles. His 6-pack has a 6-pack.
Yeah, he looks. In my head, he
he's
looks
like
like the
ripped.
Hulk.
Ripped.
Nice, super
Yes.
ripped. Yeah,
No, his six-pack has a six-pack, so that means 6 times 6...
he has a 36 pack, yeah.
That's a lot of muscle.
Now, if you'll notice on the artwork that I found for him, he has, as his armour, because he has Raider armour on his torso, he has a shopping trolley on his back.
Nice.
That's his armour, a shopping trolley. I thought
Yep.
that was pretty fun.
That was from the supermarket where his parents died.
No!
He was going shopping. He just wanted to get some cake, and then all went wrong.
Oh,
Wait.
I
You
love a
said that
tragic story.
supermarket you find in Fallout 3, the first one you met and you see?
Yeah.
Other end of the country, though, that's the capital, Wasteland. That's Washington.
But I will go closer silently,
This is
hoping to be able to
Right,
see
nice,
something
okay.
in here.
so the fun thing about the Commonwealth area of the Fallout setting, so Fallout 4 plus these games we're playing, it's also Lovecraft country. Boston,
Ooh.
New England.
Ooh,
New Eng-
yes, it is.
It's New England.
Yes.
It's Lovecraft country, which is fucking
Yeah,
Fallout
great.
has
especially
a lot of Lovecraft influences.
Yeah, if
There
if you go
is-
to Appalachian Mountains, you got the Mothman to deal
Yeah,
with.
Mothman.
there's a lot of Lovecraftian
Mothman.
influences. In fact, when reading not the scenario, but the core rulebook, there is a character called Pickman, and he has a gallery of like people he's fucked up and stuff. So it's a really cool Lovecraft reference.
Nice.
Very cool.
Is that fucking Simmons has just came up in front of me here?
Yeah, the Vault
Right,
Dweller.
well, I'm hiding behind the bush.
Yeah, I already saw you being behind a bush, so because I was standing behind the other bushes and I could see you easily.
Are you opening the
I
door?
don't know whether or not you can. Should we do a passive projects?
Perception
I'm
checks
going-
against
but
each
I'm
other.
going to take a look inside.
You're going
I'm
to take a
able
look
to.
inside.
Yeah.
There's not really enough space through the door, or I mean, there's maybe like a tiny little gap, but it's dark inside, so you can't see anything without opening the door.
Then I'll open the door with my trigger hand.
Okay, as the wooden
So
bar.
I'm having a 10 millimeter and then opening the door, so whenever something comes in, I can immediately shoot.
Okay. As the wooden barn door creaks, sliding open, an explosion resounds from inside. The smell of gun smoke drifts from the opening as the old ghoul Joseph steps into the moonlight. Now Joseph is going to make an attack with his double barrel shotgun, and then we're going to roll initiative. Well, not roll initiative, but do initiative. So,
He's gonna miss.
I need to do my reveal areas as well.
This is going to be good for me because I don't have a weapon, so I'm just going to quickly give myself a hoe. So I can at least do something in a fight.
You not got any weapons? Why?
No. Because not a fucking... Did you not listen to the bit at the start where I told everyone I was a fucking farmer?
He's a spy.
Yeah, but you might have like some, I don't know. Like
Yeah,
a-
but I'm not gonna walk about every
You might-
every rifle in the Fallout universe is not discreet. So if I was walking about with a rifle, you would
But you,
know.
could have like a machete for like cutting like roots and stuff.
Well, that
I told you he was gonna miss.
He did miss. So everyone wants to put their initiative ups now.
Yeah, we already did.
how do we click initiative again?
So you click on your token
one?
first, and then there's an initiative button on the sheet somewhere. It is. Where is
You
it?
don't have to press on your token
You don't
on
have to press
the
token,
screen,
no?
the sheet. If you just press your initiative, it comes in the kind of turn order because
Oh, it's in core. Okay, it's because I'm looking at gear.
I'm just trying to find it. Where is it? Oh, there
It's
it
where
is.
It's,
combat
uh,
is, and it says
There
initiative.
it is.
Yeah.
Is that everyone? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
Well, my
Yeah.
dog goes on at the same
Joseph.
time as me, so
No, your dog goes on 10.
it don't.
No, your
Dog
dog
goes
has
on a 10.
your dog has its own initiative. Yeah, it's a level 1 dog.
Okay.
So when you take dog meat, the dog is at the same level as you. It's a level 1 dog.
Okay, I did not see where. Oh, there it is. Well, it's just initiative 14 on it.
Yeah, he's got a much better initiative than you, I think.
No, because he has 14.
Are you 14 as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
The
he's on
dog,
14.
the dog is going at the same initiative as the player.
Yeah, if the dog goes at the
You
same
can decide
initiative
if
as
the
the
dog
player,
goes first or if he goes first.
I'll let the player decide who goes first, yeah. No, so Joseph and Daxton are both at the top of the round, so I'm going to make... Joseph's going to take another shot with his shotgun, and he's going to be firing at Simon. And I'm going to spend some
But he
dice.
missed. But he missed.
Because I've got 10, so I'm going to spend... What is it? It's 3 dice to get... It's 3 action points to get 2 dice. I'm going to roll 2 extra dice. Got to use those action points. Oh, boom. So I got a complication and 3 successes.
But you already rolled for the attack.
Yeah, but he initiates the combat, and remember, when you do combat in Fallout,
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he has to shoot me again.
the attacker attacks first, and then we go through an initiative round, and he is also at the top of the round.
Yeah,
So-
but that doesn't mean he has to shoot me again.
He only sees you, really, at the moment. So, with 3 successes, he gets complication, but I gain 2 action points. Now, there is somewhere in the rulebook it says it gives you good examples of complications. I'm going to say that 1 barrel of his shotgun jams, and he only has 1 usable barrel now for his complication. But I'm now going to roll damage. 2 minus your...
Yeah, where is he putting that?
Oh yeah, I've got to do a hit location.
Now you need to roll location dice.
Yeah. What's 11 on hit location? 11 is left arm. So 2 minus
it's,
whatever armor you have on your left arm.
Yeah, 2 damage.
Now, I've done on your character sheets. You'll notice I've actually put the things for each body part on.
Yeah, but I don't have any physical damage reduction.
You don't have any physical damage reduction there, so you take 2 damage then.
Yeah,
Ouch. Okay, now it's
because
Dax's
I only
turn.
have radiation damage reduction.
Dax, it's your turn.
All right,
I don't
I
wear
see
any
this. So,
armor.
like, so do I see the guy walk out, or is he just inside the barn shooting out? Is that what's happening?
He's still inside the barn shooting out, but these doors are swung open now. Or this one, this left-hand
Okay.
side door is swung open now.
The only
Okay.
people are going past me
Okay.
and in me.
So, can I get over here and take a shot?
Yep, you can move and shoot. So move is a
Okay.
minor action and shoot is a major action. You can do 1 minor action and 1 major action per turn. Remember, it costs you 1 action point to buy an extra minor action and 2 action points to buy an extra major action. So you can actually take extra actions.
Okay. He runs over here, gets behind that. He sees the old man. How does he look? Does he look like he's minding? It's like, is he kind of like, "Arr," or is he just kind of like?
There is a description here, actually. Hang on. Joseph's eyes are wide and mad. His teeth wide with a grimace, and drool spills down from the corner of his lips. He's wearing several layers of shirts, sweaters, and jackets over top one another. The bulk of his clothing causes his jerking movements to be slow and awkward. His neck twitches twice to the right, and his voice cracks as he yells out, "I don't know her! I don't know her! I don't know any of you!" As he raises up his shotgun to shoot again.
All right.
Glad you asked.
I am gonna take. Yep, I am gonna take a shot.
Oh, remember to track your ammo, everybody. Very important in this game to track your ammo.
Oh yeah, that's understandable. That's why I'm just take a single shot. I think I just click on this.
It weighs down a lot of games tracking your ammo, and I don't bother with it in a lot of games. But in this one, it's very important because it's a survival
I understand
game.
that one.
Every little piece of ammo
Right.
counts. And if you've played a Fallout game, you know what it's like. You run out of ammo all the time, and you have to run back to towns and sell all these other things to get. I spend all my time playing Fallout 4 selling things to buy ammo and fusion cores constantly.
The scrapper or one of those things that get the scavenger or whatever gets you better ammo,
Mhm.
gets more ammo back for you.
Yeah, that's one of the
Alright,
perks
so-
you can take. Scavenger gets you better stuff when you scavenge.
Okay. So when this says additional dice, what does that do?
So you've got 1 action point between you. It costs 1 action
Okay.
point to roll an extra dice. So if you want to spend an action point, you can have 1 extra dice, and it means you roll 3d20 instead of 2d20.
I'm gonna do that because this guy has to get. We had to take him down.
Okay. Laser rifle, 1 success, and his target number is his defense rating is a 1, so that's a hit. Give me a body part. Give me a d20.
Okay. I'll just use regular d20.
You can roll it on the top of your catch screen.
4 is torso. Roll damage.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
3 energy damage to the torso. So he has 1 damage reduction for torso for energy, so he takes 2 damage. He doesn't have 123 hit points, he has 12.
Okay. As this is going on, I'm looking at Fang, and I tell Fang, I'm motioning him to get near their vault buddy right there, and
Simon?
he's not gonna bite anything yet. He's just waiting for the guy to come out to attack him.
Okay. So that's Fang's turn?
Mhm.
Nappa. You can see the Ghoul from there. No, you can't, because only this door's open. This door's closed. Actually, nah. Let's retract that. I'm going to say that both doors swung open. I just want everybody to be able to see the Ghoul. Just going to make things less complicated. I don't like complicated. You can see him.
All right. So my laser pistol.
Yeah.
Is that got enough range to hit from there?
Yeah. I can't remember what it says for range for a laser pistol, but you're in the next zone. So I would say that Simon is in the same zone. So you're in the next zone, and that is close range. And yeah, you don't have any penalty on close range with a laser pistol. It's just zones. You've got arm's length, and then you've got close, which is the same zone, and then you've got medium, which is the next zone, and then you've got long range is 2 zones over. So you've got 1 success. His defense rating is only a 1. That is a hit. So give me a d20. Ooh, 3 damage.
Here's 1.
Yep, and you've got. I didn't roll any effects, so. Oh no, they're all effects.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're all effects. Yeah, those are effects. So you get the piercing, so you ignore 1 damage resistance. So give me a d20 for location.
Oh, my blaster rifle has a pierce 1 too on it.
11 is left arm. So you hit him in his left arm. Or somebody. What was the first one actually? See when he got hit before? Daxton, what did you shoot him in? I forgot already.
Arm, you got hit
the chest.
or
You got
the chest.
It was the torso, the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and
So it has pierce 1 too on it.
it has pierce 1, so that ignores his damage resistance. So all
Yep.
3 damage goes through, and that was on 11 left arm. Okay, so all 3 damage goes through. Okay. Anything else from Nappa? Remember, you've only shot. You still have a minor action.
I'm gonna hide over here.
Okay. Simon.
I'm seeing. So I want to use my VATS.
Yep. So you're going to aim.
So I'm going to aim at his head.
Yep.
And that means I don't get any increase for difficulty.
There's no increase in difficulty for aiming at his head, correct?
Right, because of using VATS. And I'm going to use my 10mm pistol.
It's either that or you get to re-roll one of the d20s. I can't remember which one it is, but I'll trust you.
That's why I was looking at the book. In addition, all Pip-Boy units aid their wearer during combat thanks to the Volt Tech Assisted Targeting System, or VATS. A character equipped with a Pip-Boy may use VATS when they make an attack, ignoring the normal difficulty increasing for targeting a specific location on the enemy.
Yeah, so it doesn't. So it just means it doesn't increase by 1. So you can shoot at his head with the same difficulty rating of 1. Okay, perfect. Nice.
So I will roll. That is
Success.
a success.
That is a success. You hit him in the head. Give me some damage.
So I could just roll damage because it's head.
Yep. Yeah, no need. You've shot him in the head. For 3 damage.
3 physical damage. And
He has no reduction here, so you've hit him for 3 there.
I don't have any effects, so it's just a clean shot to the head.
Okay. You still have your minor action if you'd like to move or anything else.
Well, I'm going to stay behind here to keep in cover, so...
Yep.
Yeah,
I would say
nothing really I can do.
if he tries to
other than
shoot,
this.
yeah, if he tries to shoot you again, I'm actually going to increase his difficulty for being behind the stone wall. I didn't last time, but I will next time because you are got a bit of cover. Right. So last in the round.
Because it's a shotgun, you should actually try to get closer, because then it'll be more difficult for him to aim at you. You know.
Wouldn't the shotgun be more damaging close by?
Yes, he's trolling you, mate. He's trolling you.
It's double barrel. It's double barrel. So if you are really close to him, it's going to be really difficult.
Yeah, I might do some of four, but I'm not nearly.
That's not how shotguns work. Fredolas, it is your turn.
I want to do something stupid, so
Yay!
I wanna grab his wife's body and kind of muppet her from behind the door. I'll be like,
Oh my god. Well, I'm going to make you make a test then.
How are you?
I'm going to
yeah,
make you...
she's like, I'm
make-
fine, I'm fine.
Well,
I'm
she-
taking a little sleep.
She's impaled to a wall. Make a strength athletics test with a difficulty of 2 to get her off.
Okay, athletics. Okay, right. I got the screens up. Okay, and no additional dice, right? I just click submit and then it's done, right?
Yeah.
I got 2.
Successes. Come on. So
Yay.
you managed, with a sickening crunch and a tearing sound, you crack more of her ribs as you pull the body off the hoe. The hoe's still stuck in the wall, and you've just pulled her off it, like pulling a
Long as the
piece of
head
meat
is
off your kebab.
Yeah, can I put a head? Can I put a head on the hoe and then it's easier to move around?
Yes, you
Or is
can.
that?
Yeah, you can. You're gonna
Oh, yeah.
you're putting her head on the hoe to pop it around like that.
Well, I think it'll be easier than getting the whole body and be like full Muppet. This is more like a sock puppet.
She's emaciated and old, and she's a ghoul. You can pick her up with one hand and wave her around. With a strength
I'll
of
just
12,
do that
mate.
then,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
can do
won't
that.
make it. Okay, I'm gonna like, badly be like, Cooey, and wave a hand. Husband.
You've got a target number of
Amazing.
14 on strength athletics test. That's quite fucking cool, like. Nice.
So do I need to roll anything to distract him? Because like clearly he's killed his wife or someone's killed his wife. So
Well,
is this not messing
if-
him up, or
the
is
thing
he
is,
just,
if
or
you
am I
look,
getting
if you look
really
at,
angry?
if you look at the line of sight, you're gonna have to come out to at least here before he sees you, because because of this wall here. So if you look at that,
Bad
that's
when I roll dead one.
And
you'd have to get to at least there
Also,
before he sees
because of
sees
what
you.
he said at the beginning, when we saw him, he's turning feral. He didn't even remember his wife.
Well, I'm gonna just like bring his wife out to him and be like, I think she's okay.
He was yelling, "I don't know her! I don't know her! I don't know any of you!"
It was like,
Exactly. He's
not my
becoming feral.
wife.
Not my wife.
My wife.
Not mine.
Not my
My
life.
wife. So you'd have to move to at least there before he'd see you, Martin, because of the line of
Fine,
sight.
I'll do that. If he tries to shoot me, I'll use his wife's body as a shield. So
And you're just waving his wife's body around, and you're going, "I'm okay, Joseph. I'm okay. I'm not really dead."
I mean,
Hello,
what,
Foggy.
either he's gonna think his wife's alive, or maybe he'll appreciate the gentle comedy because his wife has died. So either way, win-win situation.
You're turning his
Oh.
wife into a ventriloquist doll.
Yeah. Oh my god. Right. Well,
So-
he's gonna react now because it's his turn. And
Okay.
he looks at her and he goes, and he cocks his shotgun and he's gonna take another shot. And I'm gonna say he's gonna shoot at you again, Simon, but this time I'm gonna increase his difficulty because you've got half cover, right? So I'm gonna make his difficulty 2.
So does this messed up shotgun do anything to him because he can only shoot one thing out of it?
So yeah, what exactly would that mean? I don't know enough about shotguns. So one barrel's jammed. So let's say his damage is, I'll decrease his damage by Half.
Because
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
half damage.
Yeah, it'll decrease his damage by half. That makes sense for me.
And for a couple of seconds.
But
Did he hit me and Kristen?
did he hit you? He's not shot yet. Hang on.
So yeah, my Discord went down for like, I don't know, 10 seconds.
Ah,
So I
right.
did
No,
hit
no.
laughing, but-
No, he's not shot yet. He's shooting at Simon, and I'm going to buy some extra dice
Okay.
because I've got lots to spend.
He just soaks them up.
3 successes.
Seriously, you want the first brother to die already?
He needed 2, so he gets 1 action point back. But his damage is going to be halved, so I'm not going to roll damage from there because that would roll 5 dice. I'm going to roll it from here and roll 3 instead. 3 with effects. Does a double barrel shotgun have an effect?
A
No.
spread?
It has spread and vicious.
Where is he shooting at? Well, it doesn't matter because I will just have 3 damage.
I've rolled the wrong bloody dice. 20. 20 is right
That
leg.
is my right leg.
Right leg. Now, if you bear with me a second, I'm just going to quickly move up in this book and find out what spread does. I think it's with spread you can do damage to another part of the body, but I think you have to hit like a certain number of damage first before it does.
You continue the fight, I'll look it up.
Oh, you look it up then. Excellent. Okay. So, take 3 damage minus your reduction.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Okay. Now I'm gonna try and find you. Yeah, I'm gonna try and find that before we move on. Spread.
Oh, that's fine.
Because
I had a question. I got a
he's got a
question real quick.
shotgun. We're gonna use it.
How is he looking right now? How's he looking? Is he looking like pretty messed up right now?
He's looking fairly hurt.
Okay.
Right. Let me just look in the index.
So it was spread, right?
Spread. There's vicious and spread. And he hit the effects, so. Something to do with you can.
Because
You
it's a
can
buckshot.
you spread
it's
the
vicious
damage to other
buckshot.
parts of the body.
Well, spread is not equality, apparently.
No, not quality effect. Not quality, it's effects.
Yeah. Spread, you're taking first 1 additional hit on the target. Each additional hit inflicts half the roll damage rounded down and hits a random location even if a specific location was targeted for the initial attack.
So does that mean he does 3 damage to your leg and 1 damage to another body part?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So 3 damage to your leg minus your
This
reduction.
is- The attack inflicts +1 damage for each effect rolled.
Oh.
So in a way, you already killed me.
So what are you on?
I was on 7,
Yep. And you've just took 3.
so technically roll 6 damage now. Because of they all are effect rolled.
So you're down to 1 hit point. You're still alive.
No, because of the spread, you're taking first 1 additional hit on my target.
You're down to 0. Okay.
Exactly.
0 is not death, though. 0 does not mean
But I
death.
am
You're not
down.
dead. You are down. Yes, you are down, Simon. You're not dead, but you're down. Now, I'm going to quickly check the rules for what happens when you're down again before we move on. Because this is important.
Yeah.
You can
If
look.
anyone is interested in keeping me alive, I do carry 2 stim packs.
Damage and injuries, page 32. Let's find that. I know you're not dead.
Let's see.
Dying. When your character is reduced to 0, they suffer an injury to the location struck, so you've got an injury on that leg, and then fall prone and start dying. If they suffer a critical hit and are reduced to hit 0. You didn't suffer a critical. You suffered 2 injuries. One for the critical hit, one for... So you suffer 1 injury. While you're dying, you're unconscious. You cannot recover HP from the first aid action and cannot take any actions. Furthermore, at the start of each of your turns, so at the start of each of your turns while you're dying, you make an endurance survival test with a difficulty equal to the number of injuries you have, so 1, and a complication range of 19 and 20. If you pass this test, you remain alive, but are still dying. If you fail, you die. And if you suffer any damage while dying, you immediately gain 1 additional injury, in addition to any injury caused by another critical hit. Okay, so you're dying.
The 20 was my right leg?
Right leg, mate, yeah. Dax, then it's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so I see him getting shot and get down. It's like, fuck. I like what it is. So do I know that he has a stim pack on him or no?
Because I'm a doctor.
Yeah. You know that he's got medical training. He is a doctor. You would say that I would say that you do. You guys know each other. I would say that you know he has stim packs on him. Yes. I'd be a bastard.
Okay,
to say
so
no, like.
Yeah. So I do have some medical training, basic like first aid and stuff. And I run over to him, and I basically, as I slide over to him, I yell at Fang, is like, sick!
So there's 2 things you can do with a stim pack. You can either just jam it straight in him and it heals 4 hit points. And I think cures any injuries. Or you can do it with a medicine test and it does more. Let me just look that up in the rules.
I'd rather just do 4 and heal the injury of him, so he'd be up and not dying.
I'll double check the rules again, mate, because we need to learn the rules, especially me.
Oh, no, that's fine.
I could just look at stim pack.
Yeah, look at stim pack. Healing is page 33
because
anyway.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, you look at stim
Didn't I?
pack
Oh,
and
no.
I'll look at healing. Stabilizing the dyer. Using the dying. Using the first aid action, you can attempt to stabilize the dying character. You can also do it with using stim packs. With the take chem minor action, you inject a stim pack, receive an instant result for 4 hit points and treats 1 injury. And with the first aid major action, you can administer a stim pack and they gain 4 hit points immediately. And then you can spend action points to... here's the thing, right? You can heal him with a stim pack, and if you had action points, you can actually use action points to give him more health back. But to just use a stim pack, you will cure his injury, so you'll cure his injured leg, as long as you jam it in his right leg.
Yeah,
and,
I just got shot.
And give him 4 hit points back. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, so I'm grabbing him. Is there no chance I can pull him out of the way? Like I slide up there and just...
No, because moving's your minor action, using the stim pack is your major action.
Okay, that's fine. So, and I'm kind of shielding him.
Max, taking a chem is a minor action. So just jabbing him and not using the first aid, because using first aid would be a major action. Just jabbing him with it is a minor action. So,
okay.
But you've moved and you've done that, so you've done 2 minor actions. Yeah, in order to do anything else, you would have to spend action points. You currently don't have any.
Okay, that's fine. Well, what is? I kind of shield him right there, my rifle right there. I kind of and I'm basically.
I would say you could step over him and stand over him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm kind of like standing like right. Sorry, I'm just kind of
So let's
standing over him like that. Yeah, right. So I'm kind of like like kick him to the side, and I basically told Fang to run in there and attack.
Well, it's Fang's turn next. So is that what he's gonna do?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep, he's gonna come up and bite him.
Right. Okay. Roll an attack for Fang then.
Okie dokie. Alright, so that is quite.
0 successes.
Damn.
Yeah. Luck point to reroll. I don't think dogs have luck points, do they?
No.
Okay, it's
but
Nappa's
it
turn.
does say with dying, they are unconscious, cannot recover hit points from the first aid action, or in combination with a stim pack it does.
Right, so no, so first aid doesn't work on you. It's just a regular stim pack jab would work. Yeah. Okay, that's what he did on you. That's fine. It'll be Nappa's turn next. Chris is AFK. He'll be back.
He's not.
No, he's not. Oh, there he is. Look at that. Fucking hell. I looked away for 1 second. He's back.
He just teleported in.
Teleported. Aye, he's got some.
Yeah.
I was.
You've got institute technology. You've got institute technology. Teleporting.
But am I healed now, Oliver?
You are healed for 4 hit points, mate.
4.
Yes.
Okay, I will heal the 4 hit points, and I'll take away one of my stim packs.
And you lose the injury.
Yep.
The injury's gone as well.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
You've got 2 successes on that, so you gain an action point, Chris. That's you guys up to 1 now. And you've done 1 energy damage. Give me a body part. 3 is head, yeah. So you've done 1 damage
No,
to his
3
head.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, no, it's not.
torso.
No, yeah, 3's torso. It's 1 and 2 is
Torso.
head. Yeah, so 1 damage with effect. What's the effect on laser pistol? Does it have piercing?
Yeah, it's
Ah,
Pierce
It
one.
does. It does have pierce 1. So that 1 damage goes through to his head. Okay, so he takes another point of damage. He's looking quite badly bruised up now. Simon's
Yeah,
turn.
it's like
Simon, you are conscious.
Simon smash.
You're on the floor, but you're conscious, and you have some hit points back.
Well, how do you know that you rolled a crit?
Yeah, I tell you.
It just says.
5 damage or higher.
So, no, yes.
Right, so it's your damage is critical.
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? So, crit is kind of 2 things in Fallout system. So, when you roll a 1 on any action, that's a critical success. Also, when you roll under a target number as well. So, if on a tagged skill. So, say you're rolling on a tagged skill, and your rank is 3. If you roll a 3, 2, or a 1, it's a crit. Now, that's a critical success. Critical damage is a different thing. Critical damage is when you do 5 or more hit points damage to the same body part in 1 attack. Unless you're Martin, who has the adamantium skeleton, which makes it 6 for you. Somebody's got to hit you for 6 before it's a crit. And getting a critical damage on the body part cripples the body part. That makes sense?
Oh, so Martin's Wolverine.
Yeah.
So what you want to do, Martin? Or no, Sam, what you gonna do? It's like you see me like right now in front of you, and I'm like gun at them. My dog's.
So, bear in mind that using a stim pack on yourself without the first aid action would just be a minor action, Scoons. You'd still be able to shoot.
Well, I didn't use it on me.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You could jam another one into you, because you've currently only got 4 hit
And I'm not
points.
going to do that.
No? Okay.
I'm going to move towards this side, so that we have more room to move as well.
Okay.
And I am going to aim at his head again.
Okay. So no increased difficulty because you've got VATS?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta love that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, it's awesome.
Oh,
Never mind. Remember to take a bullet off. Must always remember to take a bullet off your inventories, guys. Very important.
I need to get some more ammo.
I can't track it for 4 of you, so like.
I only have 6 bullets left.
Okay. Yeah, I can't track it for 4 of you, so you need to track it. Like, okay, Simon's turn is over. Fredolas, it's your turn. You've got his wife as a puppet. That didn't affect them though. It did not affect them.
Well, I tried to be nice. Clearly, he didn't love his wife enough, so that's why she's with me. I'm gonna hit him with my board.
Froggy, Snoopy time.
Yeah. So I'll run up to him. I guess I could get up to him, can't I? Easily. He's not that far away.
Yeah. That would be about as far as you could get within a turn, but yeah, you can get right up to him.
He got
Okay, I'll
large.
hit him.
Blink.
I will hit him with the board.
You have 1 action point, remember? You can get an extra dice for it if you want.
Okay, I'll do that. So 1 extra dice.
1 extra dice on the attack roll, yeah.
Ooh, that's whatever it says.
3 successes. So you gain 2 action points.
Cool.
Nice.
Does that automatically add to my sheet, or do I have to manually add them to the sheet?
No, you don't need to do it. I'm just keeping. See the red token, the Nuka-Cola cap. I'm just keeping them on there.
Okay,
See how that's got
fine, then.
that's got a 2 attached to it. You can click on that. You should be able to see the number 2. I'm using the blue one for overseer and the red one for players. So you currently have 2 action points. Yeah, roll damage and roll a body location as well. Got all those dice.
Ooh.
4 physical damage. I don't think there's effects
then-
on a board.
And then the D20s
No.
for the
D20 for the hit location.
If it has an effect, you see it in the roll.
Ah, you do, yeah. Right, so 11 is...
Because like with here the laser pistol, it says here effect piercing 1.
So he has 1 reduction there, so 3 damage goes through on his
and
left
it's
arm.
his left. Is he dead yet?
No, he's not dead yet. He looks very close to it, though.
Okay.
He's
I
in
guess
a-
well that's all me. I'm
he's-
gonna stay where I am. Draw his wife next to him.
Okay, so he's going to reload his shotgun, and he's going to turn to the big guy that just whacked him. Because I kind of feel sorry for Scoon for putting him down so early. I'm not going to attack him again. I'm going to attack you now. I feel bad about that when I go putting you down so early, but it is what it is. And I'm going to buy dice. I'm going to buy 1 extra dice this time. Two successes. $18 is right leg, so Fredolas,
Right.
you're going to take 4 damage because it all goes through because of the. No, that's not. I'm thinking of
5
piercing.
technically.
But it's 5.
5,
It's
because
5
it's
because
vicious.
of the effect vicious makes that a 5, and
And the spread gives it half of the damage on any random.
yeah, so he does 80. He does 5 damage to your right leg, and two damage to your torso. 5 damage to your
Okay.
your leg, and 2 damage to your torso. But
Well,
that 5 damage
the torso
isn't,
one.
the 5 damage isn't a crit for you.
Yeah, and the torso one I've got some armor on, which is 2. So does that mean I don't take any to the torso?
Reduces it by 2, so you'll take none to the torso. Yeah. So you just take
Okay.
5. You don't
So
got any armor on that leg, no?
No,
So
it's, I've got 1 on the arm and the torso. So total, I take 5 damage,
But
and I'm fine because I've got the
I
6.
don't know
5,
if it
yeah.
would count as critical damage because it is by effect.
doesn't need to be. It needs to be 6 because he's got the adamantium skeleton perk. It puts it up +1 for every rank you take in that perk. So you need to hit him for 6 hit points in a body part to crit him.
Yeah, but if it would have been because now it's technically 5, but would you count it as a critical because of the
I think so. I think
vicious,
so.
or would you just say
I think so.
it has to
'Cause
be the critical
think
damage
so.
that is rolled?
I think so, mate, because 5 damage is 5 damage, yeah. You're taking that amount of damage, but luckily Martin's character, you need to hit him for 6 for it to be a crit damage, so that's no crit damage on him. Okay, but that's his turn over. It's Daxton's turn, our Brotherhood outcast, who doesn't know he's an outcast. I love that, by the way, Max. That was a nice little touch, by the way.
So he lines up his gun and it's like, I'm sorry, bud, but we got to take you down. And he's gonna take another shot.
2 successes, you get an action point. You're up to
Nice.
3 now. Give me a body part. You better hope it's not the leg, so you've just shot your dog. Nah, I'm going to say the dog's trained in getting out of the way of attacks. Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
56.
No, not roll
That's a
D100,
D100.
D20.
You just hit him in the nothing with that.
Need to roll a D20.
Yeah, give me a
not D100.
A D100 max, please. Sorry, a D20. Ugh.
Sorry, my
Confusing
bad.
me now. Yeah, D20,
There
please.
you go.
10
There you
is left arm. Okay.
Okay.
Low
Yeah.
damage now.
All right.
Ooh, pierce 1, so that ignores his 1 armor. The 2 damage goes through on his left arm. He is almost dead, guys. Almost.
Come on, Fang. Get him. Get him.
Now, you only shot, so you have got a minor action if you want to move or something else minor.
No, he just steps back just a little bit.
Okay.
A little more cover.
Please remember to reduce your ammo by 1.
I have.
Sweet. Fang's turn. So is he attacking?
Yep.
Okay.
Yo, oh, he's still attacking him. Bite, bite, bite. Rah, 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 rah.
Yeah, I hit and you've got him. Roll the damage. Roll the body part and roll the damage.
Okay.
D20 for the body part. 8 is torso again.
Okay.
Does a dog's bite have pierce? It doesn't, does it?
I
Weirdly
would think
enough,
so
no.
because the teeth.
I would think so
Would
too,
it probably
but
would-
I'm pretty sure I checked before and it doesn't. It would have said there if it did anyway. It would have said in the thing. So
Yeah.
that
Weirdly
damage,
enough, it
unfortunately,
doesn't. I would
Yeah.
expect it would, but it doesn't.
yeah, it doesn't. I think pierce is more like a dog's tooth's that long. Pierce, we're talking about like daggers and bullets that are going in, that are things made
Okay.
of metal going in with serious force. I don't think it's just something that pierces. I think it's something that's armor piercing. I think it's short for armor piercing. And a dog's bite's not going
Yeah.
to be armor piercing. So unfortunately, no damage goes through from the bite.
Oh well, at least he did hit him. It was like, all right, he's just biting on his arm. Rah, rah, rah.
Okay, so it's Nappa's turn.
Nappa's not going to really be able to do very much because y'all are fucking stood in the way.
You can aim for his head
Just-
or his torso, so to avoid the dog. Actually, no, I'm going to say that you can shoot the dog. The dog doesn't get hit if you shoot its legs. But remember, if you do want to
I'm
target a
gonna
specific,
run right up and aim at his head.
if you want to, right, okay, so if you want to aim at his head, the difficulty hit him goes from 1 to 2. So it's now 2 successes required to hit him. Bear in mind, you have 3 action points. I can buy you up to 2 extra dice.
Right, so
Yeah, because we don't have a vet system.
You don't have
I'm
that,
going
so
to use an AP.
right, you're using 1, so you've got 3 dice to roll in. You can add 1 dice. Remember, the first extra dice costs 1, the second extra dice costs 2, the third extra dice costs 3. 2 successes, that's exactly what you needed. Body part, D20. Yeah, roll the body part. You've killed him, but I want to know the body part just so we can describe the death. 13 is his right arm. His right arm explodes and flies
Sure, shot
away.
his head. I aimed at his head.
Oh, you were aiming at his head, yeah, sorry, yeah. Ignore that D20. So you shot him in the head, and his head had already taken damage. So in true Fallout video game style, you see his eye socket go one direction, his lower jaw go another direction, half his brain goes another direction, and his nose goes through his head and out the back. You've absolutely obliterated him and blew him to bits. Okay.
It's just a shame that wasn't a crit.
Yeah. Didn't need to be able to add 1 hit point left.
I know, but I wanted to use Bloody Mess.
Oh, bloody mess, a fun perk. The he is
Oof.
dead.
Oh yeah.
So what would you
That's
like to
it.
do?
I'm going to loot his body.
Okay. Are you going to loot his body? Right, on his body you'll find his shotgun, 8 shells,
Yep.
so 8 shells, his double barrel shotgun with one of the barrels jammed, and his tough clothing. So just for your notes, Chris, a double barrel shotgun has qualities inaccurate and two-handed. Has the effects spread and vicious. I'll put it in chat.
And he had tough clothing, right?
Tough clothing. So that's the
Can you wear
qualities.
that over something?
No, tough clothing can be worn under armor, I think. So tough clothing is an outfit. You've got outfits, clothing, and armors. And an outfit can be worn, certain thin outfits like a vault jumpsuit can be worn with armor, so you can get the benefits of both.
So I
that's
can't wear it over my vault suit.
Tough clothing, no. You can wear armor over your vault suit. So tough clothing is an outfit, whereas in vault suits and outfits, you can't wear 2 outfits. You can wear an outfit plus armor.
Yeah.
So you can put armor pieces
Yeah,
on
because
top of
if it
your.
was armor, I could wear it because
Yeah.
I don't have armor.
Yeah, you can put armor on top of A vault jumpsuit, yes. But that's just another outfit. You can't be 2 outfits together. Okay, so on this body you find the double barrel shotgun. The qualities are inaccurate and two-handed. The effects are spread and vicious. Its weight is 9. Its cost is 39. And I'll type it all up. Weight is 9. Cost 39. Come in handy if you ever need to sell it. Rarity 1. So that's the stats for this double barrel shotgun. Currently has 1 barrel jammed, but that's the stats.
Yeah, but that's fixable.
That's easily fixable, yeah.
Well, that's up if our vault friend wants to change clothes and wear the toughen armor. Toughen clothing.
I think
No.
a vault jumpsuit has some benefits. I think you get something from it, like
A vault jumpsuit gives me radiation resistance.
whereas most armor doesn't. Most armor just gives you physical and energy resistance. But you can put armor on top of that, and you can get all 3 resistances.
So, just so I know, in terms of using the double barrel shotgun, right? So, a double barrel shotgun, you would put both shells in, and then when you fire both shells. But because this has a single one, it would be only using 1 shell at a time currently.
I don't think so, no. I think when you shoot a double barrel shotgun, you shoot from one barrel and then you shoot from the other. I think it just means you
There's
have to...
2 triggers.
Is there 2 triggers?
Yeah,
There's 2
yeah.
triggers.
it's
Ah,
trigger.
right, okay.
Mhm.
So you can use both barrels at the same time then?
You can use both
Yeah.
barrels at the same time,
So
or
on-
one barrel and then another
so
barrel.
On
But
so on a regular shot, you use 2 shells. You take off 2 shells from your ammo. And if you're only using 1 barrel, you do half damage. Yeah, okay. So you just need to take 2 shells off every time you fire it. If you use both barrels.
well, I can't at the moment because one's blocked, so
Yeah.
that would be a waste. Yeah. Hula boola, right?
But I need to, if we're doing that, I need to make an adjustment. You don't find 8 shells, you find 6 shells. Because you used 4, not 2.
You used 4.
Yeah. He took 1 main
Okay.
shot, and then he took 2 shots with half barrels.
Oh, okay. Sweet. What are we doing now? Are you still, Martin? Are you still running about with her in your hand?
No, I dropped out once he tried to attack me, so she's just on the floor with him now. They're both totally destroyed, I'm guessing.
If you want my professional opinion on what happened here, I believe he turned feral. Or was in the transitioning phase of becoming feral.
Do we remember like how they were the last time we saw them? How they were reacting? Where was everything fine between them?
Yeah, normal.
Mm.
But
One of the things that you will notice when a group gets feral is they forget things.
Yep. Now you haven't been paying attention to them particularly, but nothing sticks out in anyone's memory about either of them acting strange recently.
No, but the clear thing that was that he was screaming, "I don't know her, I don't know who you are," and he does know us.
Yeah, he does. No, he does know you. You know him. He knows you, and he was screaming that he doesn't know any of you people. I don't know her. I don't know any of you people. And his eyes were weird, and his mouth was weird, and he was foaming at the mouth. Going feral would make sense.
Is there
Hey,
anything?
Oliver, I have a quick.
Martin first, I think.
Oh, I was just gonna say, is there anything in the barn? Like anything weird? Like, is there like a bottle of like poison? I don't know. Like anything
no,
interesting?
there's nothing else in the barn. Let me just double check
Okay.
that. Yeah, there's nothing else in the barn. There may be some bits and pieces lying around the house if you're going to if you're going to rob them. They're both
I just
dead.
thought if there's any. I just wanted to see if there was anything that would shed any more light on him being crazy and being in there. But if it's just barren, then
Yeah, it's just
Fair
empty.
enough.
It's just a barn. It's got maybe some sacks and some barrels and some piles of tarberries, like normal things you would expect to find in this
Yeah.
couple's barn. Yeah.
I don't think it'd be wise to rob them. This being a peaceful town, especially with this old dirtbag that's with us here. You know, this Brotherhood fucking scumbag.
Are you going to bury the gun then with the body that you just stole from him? If we're not taking anything,
Didn't steal it, procured it to make sure that he doesn't come back and kill us. I don't know very much about ghouls, but I know that I don't know your kind. You kind of already look dead, and I don't know. The medical professional might know a wee bit more, but I'll just make sure that this is not used by anyone.
I would like to try and roll a medicine if I know anything about it, if you allow me to.
Yeah, I would allow you to roll. Is it intelligence and medicine? Yeah, intelligence and medicine.
Don't know what the difficulty was, but
You made 2 successes, so it would. He appears to have, to the best of your knowledge, as you've already guessed, gone feral. That's what it seems like to you. He's gone feral.
yeah, but what do I know about ghouls?
So you know that eventually
Their physiology, their way of.
So you know about their physiology. You'll know.
Move very fast.
Yep. Yeah, you know that they go feral eventually. But they go feral eventually if they don't take the right drugs. They can keep themselves from going feral with the right drugs. You know this. But eventually their skin starts to fall off, their ears fall off, their nose fall off like the guy in the TV show. But then if they don't get the right drugs, they eventually all just do go feral. And when they go feral, they'll just eat anything. They'll eat human flesh, they'll murder people and eat them like a wild animal would. You know that they're immune to radiation and immune to poison.
I'm just gonna go back into the house.
Okay.
And look if there is still some of the medicine that they need to not turn feral.
Do they have medicine for that?
I'm sure.
As he's doing now.
I might have got my lore wrong, but I think that a ghoul can hold off going feral by taking the right drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
I don't know if there
the
is something
Fallout.
actually in the game.
I would say that
In the series, you watch it, they have something that helps them kind of.
Yeah. I think that's from the TV show I'm picking up, but TV shows canon apparently. So, I would say that you find in a cabinet in the bathroom a supply of some drug, and that drug would be the one that you know with your medical training that is the one that helps slow down the process of going feral. So you find a supply of the drug that they would be taking to not go feral. You find a supply of it.
Is there any chance to get some tarberries? Just kind of look them over.
You want to take some? You want to harvest some of the tarberries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just right there. He just kind of picks a couple of them and he puts some in his little backpack, but he keeps some in his hand and just like, maybe if that made him feral or maybe it's something he ate. Maybe, I don't know, these berries went bad.
Well, here's a point to remember. Some of your characters don't have any food or water. Some of you just don't get it in your starting equipment, so you might want to grab a few tarberries just to have some food.
but do we need that? Because I presume in this community everyone's fed, right? So we wouldn't purposely be like.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
That's why I was like, because I thought that, but then I was like, you said it's kind of like a community, so I presume we're always fed, and that's the whole
The thing is, the whole scenario. Here's the thing, right? So this is a survival game, and food and water is very important. But this whole scenario is based around the settlement, so I would say that we're not going to have to worry about food and water for this one. Actually, probably, yeah, we don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to worry about food and water for this one. I would say because it's all based around the settlement. So you all eat every day.
So it's a commune, not a community.
everybody works together. I would say that you all have jobs within the community and are paid and have homes and have a larder with
Oh,
food in it.
Just so that I know this, we're all working together and all that, right? It's cool. It's awesome. I enjoy that. So the bread that I make, is it my bread or is it everyone's bread?
No, it's yours. It is yours. I wouldn't say that
It's
you're all.
my bread.
Yeah, you're not.
It's not everyone's bread.
You're not fed for free. You're not fed for free. You all have jobs and you all make caps and you all buy your food. There's a store in town and you all eat. There's probably poorer
Right,
people
okay.
on the outskirts of town.
There's a barter system. It's not that the
There's a barter
government.
system.
It's
There's a barter
in-
system, but there's also caps. It's not socialism. You're not. It's not a benefit system. It's not like you get so much from the government. You don't. Everybody that has food has a job. But
Okay.
remember,
My character's writing this down, by the way.
the settlements. Yeah, the settlement started from a geck, so it isn't a lush piece of land where you are growing potatoes and tomatoes and melons and mute fruits.
Why did you say potatoes first?
Just because I'm thinking of the
I'm just
foods
saying.
I'm thinking of the foods that are in Fallout. Mute fruits,
Okay. No, I'm
tarberries.
just saying. I think
potatoes.
someone needs to
They,
take charge
they
about
have
that.
they have the little green like silks or whatever it is. It's like the 3p little things. They have those too.
Yeah, I would say that you all have jobs, so you all get paid, so you all eat, and you all have a home that's got some food sitting in it. So we don't actually, unless you end up away somewhere, then we're not gonna have to worry about food in this scenario.
Sweet. Can we take a break soon? Because I need to get a snack talking about food.
Well, it is already 10 p.m. here.
Yeah,
so
we're
I also
almost
need to go
finished.
to work tomorrow.
We're almost right at the end of Act 1, so I'm
Okay.
gonna round it off in about 5-10 minutes, Martin. So
Oh, okay,
we're
that's
not gonna
fine.
need a
Yeah,
break.
oh, that's cool.
So after the encounter, you find nothing out of the ordinary in the barn. You may continue to explore the house, getting any information you missed previously. You got it all, by the way. If you loot the home, you get X amount of this and that, but you decided not to do that. And eventually, you will need to go back to the town to report to the mayor, Jesse. Guess would be your next step, unless there's something else
Yeah, I
you want
would
to
definitely. No, that's what I'd say. We definitely need a report.
do. Is that agreed with everybody? You're going to go report back to the mayor?
Yep.
Okay. So, the celebration is wrapping up by the time you return, and Jesse's waiting anxiously for you. He appears stricken by the news, and he asks you to give him a day or two to decide what he's going to tell the other settlers in the town. The last thing he wants is to stir up any anti-ghoul settlement by stoking fears that their neighbours could turn feral and murder them. He implores you all to quietly ask around in town tomorrow, because it's late at night, to see if any of the residents have noticed anything strange about the old ghoul couple recently, and then he departs, leaving you to your own devices as the town shuts down for the night. And as you all retire to your beds for the end of the day, that is where we wrap up Act 1. Thank you all for playing.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that's why I wasn't doing a break, Martin, because we were very close to the end of Act 1 there
that's
anyway. So we'll call that the session, and we will return in 2 weeks for Act 2.
Okay. Thank you all for watching this. I'll hope to see you in 2 weeks on my channel. I'm going to stop the recording here. But we are going to raid after this.
Let's
So-
go raid.
For the ones who are watching YouTube, till next time.
Yeah, so we're going to go raid. We're running 2 Twitch channels here, YouTube viewers, so I'll sign off just now. We'll go do some raids. But yes, from me, your overseer, RxOliver, and from my friends, these Wasteland adventurers, Max, Martin, Chris, and Schoon, thank you all for watching. See you in 2 weeks. Remember, war never changes.